live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shivarur, NDTV.
Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Rawat, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
Mumbai are bringing our first India tour in your city. Rag on with Shankar Ehsan Loy and Siddharth Mahadevan and Shivam Mahadevan. 5 times melody, 5 times masti with NDTV Good Times. Go grab your tickets on Live Your City by Fever.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause. I reflect. I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
A very special moment for us as we announce NDTV Masterstroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the
Very good evening. You're watching Nationwide at 6. I'm Gauri Dwivedi, and you're watching the show that is now going to have an impact on the crucial BMC elections 2 days before the elections. We get you this very special broadcast that is going to shake the power corridors in Mumbai. It's a mega NDTV investigation that tells you about, well, demography change, illegal Bangladeshis in the financial capital of India, and about how easy it is to get government IDs. NDTV has done a special investigation on the basis of a report that was originally put forth by Tata Institute of Social Sciences, which said that there has been an alarming increase in the illegal Bangladeshis living in Mumbai. The number has actually been more than double, almost triple in the last couple of years. The political and the larger ramifications of this revelation is our big focus this evening, viewers, and that's the story that we are tracking for you. Now, the findings of the report raises some very major red flags, including the sudden increase in the number of Muslims in Mumbai. This matters because there are going to be the crucial BMC elections, and we're going to touch upon how this is going to impact those elections. The ease with which they have been able to get government IDs, avail government programs is something that has sent shockwaves around those who've been privy to these numbers, and the data that this NDTV investigation is going to highlight for you is going to make you understand just how sensitive this is and how important this should be for policymakers. Take a look at this report that tells you Operation Mangrove, NDTV special investigation that will have a bearing on the upcoming BMC elections. Take a look.
एक नए संकट के बीज बोए जा रहे हैं। एक घुसपैठिए मेरे देश की बहन बेटियों को निशाना बना रहे हैं। ये बर्दाश्त नहीं होगा।
The Prime Minister declared Mission Infiltration Free India in his Independence Day speech last year. He renewed the attack on illegals, snatching away Indian citizens' rights during the Bihar elections.
ये कांग्रेस वाले, ये लोग घुसपैठियों को बचाने में जुटे हैं.
Infiltration is also a big poll issue in the upcoming elections of Bengal and Assam. An NDTV investigation has now covered a similar conspiracy in India's financial capital.
सर, आपका ये कहना है कि जो मुसलमान मुंबई में 8% थे वो 21% हुए हैं और उसका एक बड़ा कारण ये है कि अवैध रूप से ये बांग्लादेशी आके घुसपैठी यहाँ पर रह रहे हैं. ये आपका कहना है, इसका कोई आंकड़ा है कि कब से ये बढ़े?
नहीं, ये देखिए 8% से जो 21% जो मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन मुंबई में हुआ है, इसका कंपोनेंट है इलीगल इमिग्रेशन.
ठीक है.
तो ये जो इलीगल इमिग्रेशन एक कंपोनेंट है, तो वो कंपोनेंट तो मुंबई में आके मान लीजिए पॉपुलेशन को बढ़ा रहा है. और इसका एग्जैक्ट आंकड़ा किसी के पास नहीं है ये कितना इलीगल इमिग्रेशन हमारा कंट्री में है.
अलार्मिंग क्या है? हमने
जब सर्वे करने गया तो हमको देखा जी नहीं, 61 पॉकेट्स में मुंबई में हमको मतलब बांग्लादेशी पीपल आर लिविंग देयर विदाउट एनी वैलिड वीजा.
कितने लोग हैं, कोई आंकड़ा है हमारे पास?
हाँ, हमारे पास जो टोटल आंकड़ा है तो हमने टोटल 7,000 से ज्यादा लोगों से इंटरेक्ट किया.
ठीक है.
उनमें से
उन 60 पॉकेट्स में या अक्रॉस मुंबई?
उन 60 पॉकेट्स में से.
ठीक है.
और उनमें से हमको 3014 लोग ऐसा मिला जिनके पास वैलिड जो वीजा था वो एक्सपायर हो गया. मोस्ट ऑफ द लोगों के पास कुछ वैलिड डॉक्यूमेंट्स ही नहीं है, उसके पास इंडियन डॉक्यूमेंट्स है बट दे रिवील दैट दे आर बांग्लादेशी.
क्या इनमें से ऐसे भी कुछ लोग थे जिनके पास में वोटर आईडी कार्ड है?
यस, उनमें से अलार्मिंग जो बात है 73% लोगों के पास वोटर आईडी कार्ड.
पर ये हैरानी की बात है कि आप कह रहे हैं कि 70% अवैध बांग्लादेशियों के पास वोटर आईडी है, यानी कि ये बांग्लादेशी तय कर रहे हैं कि इनका नेता कौन हो इन इलाकों में जहां वो बसे हुए हैं. जानकारी ऐसी है हमारे पास कि बड़ी संख्या में बांग्लादेशी रहते हैं. आपको है इसकी जानकारी?
हाँ, यस, इसकी जानकारी. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे अवैध तरीके से बांग्लादेशी रहते हैं, आके यहाँ पे बहुत सारे बसे हुए हैं.
जो उनको दस्तावेज की ज़रूरत होती है उनको आईडी प्रूफ के लिए, क्या आप मदद करते हैं उनकी?
अभी हमारे पास एक टीम वर्क है जहाँ से टीम वर्क है, जो टीम हर एक डॉक्यूमेंट्स अलग अलग तरीके से बनाती है. एक का रेशन कार्ड बनाने का है, एक जन पैन कार्ड बनाता है, कोई आधार कार्ड बनाता है, कोई वोटिंग कार्ड बनाता है, कोई डोमिसाइल सर्टिफिकेट बनाता है. ऐसे सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स बनाने की टीम है.
आप उसका हिस्सा हैं?
अब हाँ, हम इसको उसका हिस्सा है.
आप ये कह रहे हैं कि आप बांग्लादेशियों के लिए, उनको बसाने के लिए जो उनको नागरिकता के लिए दस्तावेज लगते हैं, आप उनको मुहैया कराते हैं?
यस. बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट भी अभी लगता है आधार कार्ड के लिए, तो बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट भी बनाया जाता है. बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट वहाँ के लोकल, यहाँ के NGOs या हॉस्पिटल्स है या डॉक्टर्स है जो 5,000 लेके बना के दे देते हैं.
बांग्लादेश से जब कोई यहाँ पर अवैध घुसपैठिया आ रहा है, सरहद पार करके जिस भी तरह से आ रहा है, आपके पास कब और कैसे पहुँचता है, कौन लेकर आता है?
ये एजेंट लोग हैं सब. एजेंट है जो यहाँ की जो हमारी टीम है, वो टीम से हर एक का अलग अलग कनेक्टिविटी है. जो एक जन से रेशन कार्ड बनवाएगा, एक जन से वोटिंग कार्ड बनवाएगा, एक जन से पैन कार्ड बनवाएगा, एक हॉस्पिटल में जाके वो उस सिस्टम से उनका बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट बनाएगा. तो ये सब सिस्टम से काम होता है. तो ये सब सारे डॉक्यूमेंट होने के बाद फिर आधार कार्ड भी बनाया जाता है उसी सिस्टम में से. जो आधार सेंटर चलता है, जो हमारे दोस्त लोग चलाते हैं, वहाँ पे डॉक्यूमेंट जमा करके आधार कार्ड भी बनाया जाता है. जो इनको यहाँ से आते हैं, यहाँ पे बसाते हैं, फिर इनको बसाने के बाद यहाँ इनका डॉक्यूमेंट बनाने के लिए एक सर्कल बनता है, टीम बनती है. तो वो लोग सारे लोगों से डॉक्यूमेंट मतलब उनसे पैसा लेके इस सर्कल के थ्रू से डॉक्यूमेंट बना के उनको देते हो.
सारा काम एजेंट करता है?
एजेंट करते हैं. हाँ, एजेंट. इसके लिए एजेंट फिक्स है. हर एरिया में ऐसे बहुत सारे एजेंट है जो उनको डॉक्यूमेंट बना के देते हैं.
तो जो जिस एरिया में आप रहते हैं, शिवाजी नगर, कितने ऐसे एजेंट हैं?
20-25 एजेंट हो गए कम से कम, मिनिमम.
एक महीने में कितने ऐसे कागजात बना दिए आपने?
पता नहीं, कम से कम 50 तो बनते ही बनते हैं.
कितनी कमाई हो जाती है
उसमें? कम से कम 10,000 तो एक के पीछे बनता है.
आप जैसे कितने हैं जो इस तरह के काम में हैं, जो आसानी से उनको पेपर्स बना?
अभी यहाँ पे तो हमारी मतलब मालूमात से 10 से 12 है.
तो आपको पता है कि ये इलीगल है, लेकिन आप कर रहे हैं पैसों?
हाँ, कर रहे हैं. यस. हम ना बोलेंगे तो दूसरे से कराएंगे, दूसरे से नहीं से तीसरे से कराएंगे.
मतलब बड़ी आसानी से ये हो रहा है?
हाँ, बड़ी आसानी से हो रहा है.
It's clear from the agent's claims that there is an organized system in Mumbai that helps illegal Bangladeshis convert into Indian citizens on paper. These fake documents not only give them the right to vote, but also help them enter welfare schemes, get local protection, and disappear inside the electoral machinery. But this matter is not limited to documents. The surprising fact is that behind this illegal settlement, there are also powerful political interests. Small shanty clusters of undocumented immigrants become vote clusters. When voting day comes, these clusters deliver a consolidated vote, and that's their biggest power. In return, they get protection, political shelter, and even documents. This pattern has its own name in Mumbai, the Malwani pattern. First, an illegal settlement appears in swampy or mangrove areas. Then huts come up. Then religious structures without domes or minarets. Then local leaders intervene to protect the settlement. Then documents appear. Finally, voter lists begin to change. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Stay tuned for part 2 of this NDTV special investigation.
Viewers, you just looked at and got a sense of how significant this Operation Mangrove is that NDTV special investigation is bringing forth to you. Ghuspetiyas, illegals, they are able to get IDs, they are able to easily get government subsidies, government schemes, and are able to be part of the Indian electoral machinery. Now, how does that change the overall landscape, the political landscape, the social landscape, the economic landscape is the larger question. My colleague Saurabh Gupta joins me live on the broadcast from Mumbai ahead of the crucial elections. Saurabh, these numbers are shocking. They just essentially tell that how significant are these Ghuspetiyas to the Indian political arithmetic now.
Absolutely, and this is something that has been established on camera. In fact, my colleague Pooja has, of course, conducted this investigation, and what she found in that investigation was really shocking, that there are documents on sale and that you can essentially prove you're an Indian citizen with the right to vote for just ₹25,000 if you are infiltrating from across the border. And there are several processes to it. It's a well-oiled machinery that's at play here that allows these illegal infiltrators to come in, to settle, and to get valid identity and documents to prove that they are residents of this place, and also then eventually take part in elections. Now, that's the worrying part, that could this reach a number where they are allowed, where it can change, alter results of an election. The jury is still out on that, but the fact is that there are...
Saurabh, one of the numbers that was pointed out in the investigation, which said that out of the 7,000 people that this person had spoken to, upwards of 3,000 actually did not have valid citizenship papers, but were able to get those through these quacks, through these agents that we have told the viewers in that investigation.
Yes, and that's the well-oiled machinery, and that's how easy it is, and that's the significant because of the immense implications it has for national security. Now, if infiltrators are allowed to come in, to settle, and to avail of documents that basically prove Indian identity, then where does this end and what are the ramifications? Yes, they of course can alter results if those numbers are in a significant number, and the anecdotal data that of course this survey throws up is something that is very, very worrying, because if at least so many of the ones who've come in already have these documents, then imagine if this significant number rises of the number of infiltrators, that many of them would have also had these documents, and that's the worrying part that this entire investigation points out. In fact, my colleague Pooja visited those areas in places like Malwani, where these settlements have come up.
Yes.
These are reports, and this initial data has come from reports not from anywhere else but from reputed institutions like the Tata Institute of Social Sciences in Mumbai and the Mumbai University. Both have published reports, and that's where this all began. And now, of course, you have evidence on the ground caught on our cameras to show that this is indeed a very, very worrying prospect. And it's, of course, also become a part of the
You know what, Saurabh, I want to tell our viewers that, this is how vote banks are made. This is how vote banks get created, and that is when they start getting nurtured. And that's when they become a bigger problem. So the Ghuspatia issue that we are trying to raise, that the NDTV special investigation highlights for you, is just in Mumbai, a couple of pockets where a couple of thousand people have been spoken to, and you can see the scale at which it is operating. There are hundreds of agents, thousands of people is what the number of processing that is being done, and the ease with which every government ID that you can think of, viewer, is available. And sort of that is the bigger problem. You start with PAN, you then get ration card, then you get some of the other IDs, Aadhaar, election card, and then your name is in the electoral roll and you decide the election.
Yes, and there is a process to all of this, and that's what's worrying, how well-oiled this process is. You start with a basic document like a school leaving certificate or a birth certificate. But as you move, then you create that Indian identity for yourself. And that's where the problem is. Because remember, if these people have valid identities, but have come in illegally, it is very difficult for any agency to actually find out where they are, what they're doing, and to actually weed out, the infiltrators and take legal action. And if you ask the police, if you ask agencies, most of them will tell you that in a country that's, so densely populated like India, and especially in a city that's so densely populated like Mumbai,
yes,
for someone who has valid documents, for the investigating agencies here to do an entire background check,
it's not possible.
Actually,
it's just not possible.
Is next possible.
Absolutely. It is so difficult to be able to do it, especially at a time when, SIR as an exercise is being done. There are many who are, of course, raising the issue of illegal infiltration. There are these numbers, viewers, that really are shocking. The rise of the Muslim population that is being pointed out, documented by reputed institutions, as Saurabh was pointing out, the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Bombay University. These are very reputed institutions, and the numbers that they are coming out should send shockwaves. In fact, we spoke and asked this particular question to Maharashtra's Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis at the NDTV Power Play. Listen to what he had to say about the shocking revelation from the NDTV special investigation.
सर, हमारी सहयोगी पूजा है यहाँ पे. पूजा ने हाल ही में एक तहकीकात की इलीगल बांग्लादेशीज़ पे. मैं चाहूँगा पूजा थोड़ा सा संक्षेप में बताएं कि आपकी तहकीकात में क्या निकला. फिर आप बताइएगा कि जो इलीगल माइग्रेशन का मुद्दा है उससे आप कैसे टैकल करेंगे. पूजा बताइए.
जी सर, हम ग्राउंड पर गए थे क्योंकि बहुत बड़ी रिपोर्ट लास्ट ईयर भी आई थी. टाटा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल साइंसेज की रिपोर्ट थी, नवंबर 2024 में आई थी, जिसमें कहा गया था कि मुंबई के 60 से ज़्यादा पॉकेट्स में बांग्लादेशी का घुसपैठ जो है वो बढ़ रहा है. इस रिपोर्ट को हमने लास्ट ईयर भी कवर किया था. मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी ने 1 महीने के पहले के करीब उसी रिपोर्ट का आगे का एक्सटेंशन रिलीज़ किया है, जहां पे हम फिर से ग्राउंड पे गए और उसके बारे में ज़्यादा अधिक जानकारी थी. और 60 में से समझिए कम से कम हम दर्जन भर ग्राउंड पे लोकेशन पे जाके हमने देखा कि मैंग्रोव्स काटे जा रहे हैं. सर, मैंग्रोव्स काटे जा रहे हैं, वहाँ पर अवैध तरीके से टेंट्स बनाए जा रहे हैं, और ऐसा संदेह वहाँ के लोगों को भी है कि बांग्लादेशी रह रहे हैं. लेकिन रिपोर्ट में कहा गया है, क्योंकि 7,000 लोगों के साथ इंटरव्यू किया गया, उनमें 3,000 लोगों ने माना कि वो अवैध तरीके से वहाँ पर रह रहे हैं और बाकायदा रोजगार में हैं. और सर, सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि जो सरकारी योजनाएं होती हैं उनका लाभ भी उनको मिल रहा है, क्योंकि दस्तावेज बड़ी आसानी से बन जाते हैं और बड़े ही संगठित तरीके से हर इलाके में एजेंट्स काम कर रहे हैं. और हर वार्ड में 20 से 25 एजेंट्स हैं जो बड़ी आसानी से उनके दस्तावेज बना रहे हैं, एक स्थानीय नेता के लेटर के बाद. जी
देखिए, आपने बहुत गंभीर मुद्दे के ऊपर इस चर्चा को लाया है, और ये बात सही है कि पिछले समय बड़े पैमाने पर बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठिए मुंबई में आए. हमने पिछले 1-1.5 साल में लगातार मुहिम चलाई और अनप्रेसिडेंटेड नंबर, चूँकि मैं नंबर इसलिए नहीं बता रहा हूँ कि MEA का वो अधिकार है, अनप्रेसिडेंटेड नंबर ऑफ बांग्लादेशीज हैव बीन कॉट एंड दे आर डिपोर्टेड. हमने महाराष्ट्र से, मुंबई से डिपोर्ट किया है और अभी ये काम चल रहा है. और इसके बाद हम लोगों ने इनके मोडस ऑपरेंडी को समझा, और जब मोडस ऑपरेंडी को समझा तो हमारे ध्यान में आया कि ये लोग पश्चिम बंगाल में आते हैं, पहले बांग्लादेश से, वहाँ आकर पहले कागजात तैयार करते हैं, रेसिडेंशियल प्रूफ तैयार करते हैं। उसके बाद ये भारत के अलग अलग जगहों पर, मुंबई में चूँकि रोज़गार ज़्यादा है, ये मुंबई में आते हैं। उन कागजातों के भरोसे फिर यहाँ पर अलग अलग योजनाओं को वो एक्सेस करते हैं। इसलिए अब हम लोगों ने उसका एक प्रकार से रिवर्स स्टडी करके उसको डिसाइफर किया है और अब हम लोग महाराष्ट्र में IIT बॉम्बे के साथ एक आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का टूल तैयार कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि आप जानते हो कि एक बार इन्होंने कागजात बना लिए तो दिखते भी हमारे जैसे, बोलते भी थोड़े बहुत हमारे जैसे, तो
ट्रेनिंग होती है,
हाँ, तो इसलिए इनको पकड़ना बड़ा कठिन है। तो अब हमने IIT बॉम्बे के साथ एक आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का टूल बनाया है। उसका हमने फर्स्ट कट देखा, अभी उसको फर्स्ट इसमें हम लोग 60% तक एक्यूरेसी पर पहुँचे। उनका कहना है कि अगले 4 महीने में हम 100% एक्यूरेसी पर पहुँचेंगे। तो इसके बाद चाहे वो बांग्लादेशी हो या रोहिंग्या हो, इनको पकड़ना बड़ा आसान होगा और इसको बहुत ज़्यादा इंटेंसिफाई हमने किया है। जैसे मैंने कहा कि जिस दिन MEA घोषित करेगी उस दिन भारत से अनप्रेसिडेंटेड लोग हमने बांग्लादेश डिपोर्ट किए और उनमें सबसे बड़ा हिस्सा ये महाराष्ट्र का है।
All right, Shana NC joins me on the broadcast. We're also going to get Sushma Atre as well, representing the UBT faction of Shiv Sena. Saurabh continues to be with us because this is an NDTV special investigation, viewers, and my colleagues Saurabh and Pooja have actually done all the groundwork, Pooja in particular, and we're going to get her as well. But Shaina, you know, this investigation throws up some very disturbing facts. The ease with which government IDs can be collected, the rate card that is available. In fact, we're going to put out that rate card as well, viewers. For every government ID, starting from birth certificate to high school certificate to PAN card to so on and so forth, you dish out a couple of $1,000, you get those IDs, you are part of the Mumbai population,
yes,
and then you are part of the electoral rolls.
So at the outset, let me please thank NDTV for exposing this scam, because moment we as the party in power, that's the Mahayuti, would bring this to the public domain, people would think we're trying to play vote bank politics. But if at all, it is the opposition that is playing their vote bank politics. Does it cost you all of 20,000 rupees to become an Indian citizen? How do you get these fake Aadhaar cards and PAN cards? We have all been seeing for time and time again that how Rohingyas and Bangladeshis infiltrate these goods-faith, have only one agenda, which is to destabilize us. But our Chief Minister yesterday, Devendra Fadnavis, and my own leader, Eknathji Shinde, have clearly said, if you look at the Hindu population back then to what it is now, it's sadly declined, and you have certain populations which have gone up. And this is not us versus them. This is an Indian versus a non-Indian. Understand, national security is a matter of grave concern, and I'm glad that
the question is,
has
more needs to be done, because if NDTV's investigation can find this out, the government machinery can find this out even better.
May I just come to the point? There are certain people who have tried repeatedly to derail India and to make it a stability issue. But we have the political will. Our Home Minister in the center as well as in the state has highlighted how these illegal immigrants have been found, a lot of which revelations cannot happen on national television. But at the same time, this demographic change is a matter of concern, which we are addressing. And any perpetrator and infiltrator who thinks they can come into India and, Maharashtra and then use the schemes of the Labhartis, that is not going to be
but they're doing
in any which way.
They're doing so, Shaina. They're doing so.
So I'm not denying it. I'm not denying it, but I'm saying that what our provisions are to cut to the chase, using serious AI tools, getting IITians involved in the process to help the government to target where these illegal Bangladeshis have entered from and to stop the source itself. And at the same time, to have them deported immediately. This is as proactive as it can be. Unlike states like West Bengal, where Mamata Banerjee thrives on this vote bank, we don't want these people in our territory. And we don't want them to come into India at all to start with. So if there is a question of residential proof, it's going to be full proof. AI is going to also help us. We are going to relocate, not have them relocated to other states, but have them deported to where they've come from. And I think that this is an issue which has also touched upon other topics such as trying to vie for Labharti schemes that the government is giving.
Yes.
But this identity is going to be used through these AI tools, and it is a serious contention, and we are working relentlessly towards it. So it's not just lip service.
All right. I'm going to leave it there. Shaina, the fact is these numbers are extremely disturbing, and let's hope that there is more concrete government action that is undertaken to ensure that the red flags that the investigation, that the NDTV investigation has put forth actually leads to action in time. But viewers, what you heard till now was only part one of the investigation, where we reached out and we got you details of the agents, the network of agents with which these cards were so easily available. Part 2 has more shocking details. We get you exact details of the ease with which these government IDs can be collected, how easily these ghuspetiyas can be part of the government schemes, and then the government electoral machinery. Take a look.
Next, we reached the Mangkhurd area, where RTI activist Virendra Singh showed us an illegal slum cluster that's coming up next to an Indian Navy property.
अभी सोचिए सिर्फ नाम के लिए कब्जा किया गया है, सिर्फ नाम के लिए।
अच्छा, कई घरों में ताले लगे, मैं देख रही हूँ।
हाँ।
हाँ। कितने समय में ये बसे हैं?
मुश्किल से 2 या 3 साल में ये सब। 2 या 3 साल।
2 या 3 साल। और मैं देख रही हूँ कि पतरे लगे हुए हैं, और एक जिक्र जो कर रहे थे कि किस तरह से पहले अंदर पक्के घर बनाते हैं, ऊपर पतरे से ढक देते हैं, और जब पक्के घर तैयार हो जाते हैं फिर पतरे हटा दिए जाते हैं। तो यही पैटर्न यहाँ भी है।
जी, अभी डबे की बाउंड्री सामने है। अभी आप सोचो कल कुछ हादसा, अगर 1-2 किलो जेलेटिन लेके भी आदमी घुस जाएगा यहाँ पे, ये बाउंड्री है, तो क्या होगा?
पुलिस की गतिविधियाँ यहाँ पर क्या है? पुलिस प्रशासन की, सरकार की क्या गतिविधियाँ हैं?
कुछ नहीं,
क्या कार्रवाई?
इनको हेल्प किया जा रहा है। आप सोचिए बाउंड्री नेवी की, बाउंड्री की नेवी। अभी नेवी की सिक्योरिटी के लिए ना यहाँ पे पानी का कनेक्शन को कैसे दिया गया, लाइट का कनेक्शन कैसे दिया गया, मतलब एक सोचने वाली बात है।
झोपड़े टूट भी रहे हैं, कार्रवाई हो भी रही है, लेकिन फिर भी इनको बिजली पानी सब मिल रहा है।
सब मिल रहा है, सब। अब सोचिए बाउंड्री आ गया, इतना नजदीकी बाउंड्री है, नेवी की बाउंड्री। क्या सिक्योरिटी आप बताइए? कल यहाँ पे कुछ बड़ा हादसा हो गया तो कौन जवाबदार रहेगा इसका?
तो यहाँ की जो पॉपुलेशन है वीरेंद्र जी, जैसे आपने कहा कि जो 1020 अवैध झोपड़े बताए गए हैं उन आंकड़ों में, क्या मिक्स पॉपुलेशन है? कौन कौन किस किस तरह के लोग रहते हैं? कहाँ से लोग हैं?
ज़्यादा करके बांग्लादेशी हैं यहाँ पे।
Settlements of huts right next to the Navy's boundary wall are a security threat. Some people here have purchased land and set up cow sheds. Some are migrants from Bihar, but once these hutments get numbered, the residents begin dreaming of getting permanent flats.
अभी ये झोपड़े में नंबर गिर गया, मतलब ये पात्र है। इनको 300 का घर, स्क्वायर फीट का घर बीएमसी को देना 350। 1020 था जो इलीगल झोपड़े थे। अभी मुझे मेरे हिसाब से अभी 1500-2000 पहुंच जाएगा, 1,500 से 2,000। अब इन 2000 लोगों को घर देना पड़ेगा 300 स्क्वायर फीट। अगर अगर आप 200 इंटू
तो यहाँ से हटाएंगे और कहीं और इनको बसाएंगे? यही पे ये तो कैसे ही आप नेवी की बाउंड्री के पास कैसे बनाएंगे?
अगल बगल कहीं पे बना के इनको दे देंगे, उनको 300 स्क्वायर फीट का घर दे देंगे।
अच्छा, ये जिन घरों में ताले लगे हैं, इसका मतलब क्या है?
सिर्फ जगह कब्जा करना मतलब है।
वो अभी वो बिकेगा?
बिकेगा।
वही 1.5 लाख में बिकेगा?
जी, 1.5 लाख 2 लाख, और 3 साल 4 साल रह गया तो ये 10 लाख में बिकेगा।
नहीं, सर्वे की, इसलिए कि आम मुसलमान की वजह से।
In these hutments, some people spend significant money to build homes. NDTV captured one such house on camera. Fully tiled floors and walls, expensive oil paint and modern fittings. The question is, how are residents earning so much? A TISS report reveals shocking claims about the high earnings and income sources of such settlers.
यहाँ पे एक इंडियन मुस्लिम ने इसके अगेंस्ट कंप्लेंट किया इसी एरिया में, जिन्होंने हमको पूरा डॉक्यूमेंट
उसके एलिगेशन क्या है कि बांग्लादेशी है?
उनका एलिगेशन है बांग्लादेशी लोग आ रहे हैं, फ्राइडे नमाज के बाद जो जुम्मा का पैसा जमा होता है उसको इकट्ठा करके इलीगली उस अकाउंट में डाला जाता है, उसके बाद बाकी काफ़ी जगह में उसको ट्रांसफ़र।
उसके बारे में कार्रवाई क्या हुई?
नहीं, उसके बारे में कार्रवाई कुछ नहीं। अगर आपका और हमारे अकाउंट में अगर 5 लाख रुपए एक साथ आएगा तो हमको तुरंत बैंक अकाउंट सीज हो जाता है, हमको लेटर लिखना पड़ता है कि क्यों आया, एक्सप्लेनेशन देना पड़ता है। तो ऐसा एक अकाउंट का बात मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ, कम से कम 20-25 ऐसा अकाउंट है जहाँ पे सेम चीज़ है।
A poor man leaves Bangladesh, comes to India, obtains fake identity documents, becomes a voter, and then participates in municipal assembly and national elections. Their numbers are rising steadily. A year ago, the Tata Institute of Social Sciences revealed shocking data about Bangladeshi infiltration changing Mumbai's demography. Now, a new survey report by the Mumbai School of Economics and Public Policy titled "The Mumbai Silent Invasion" is even more startling. According to this report, in 1961, Hindus were 88% of Mumbai's population. By 2011, that fell to 66%. In the same period, the Muslim share grew from 8 to 21%. The report estimates that by 2051, Hindus may fall below 50%, becoming a minority in Mumbai. The report claims growth is not purely natural. A large portion comes from illegal Bangladeshi and Rohingya immigration. Their increasing numbers pose national security challenges. The demographic shift in these slums is fueling communal tension, frequent violence, and rising threats to women and children. The report warns that if this continues, Mumbai's population structure will be irreversibly changed within a generation.
Viewers, demography is destiny. And what these investigation and the data that we are pointing out shows, this is not Hindu-Muslim. This is Ghuspetias and illegals versus legal citizens of India, which is why policymakers need to act on this investigation. Shifting focus now, away from that big story, on to more breaking news coming in on the broadcast. Update coming in regarding actor Vijay's grilling by the CBI. The questioning has ended after nearly 7 hours. That's the latest update that we are getting. Actor Vijay, who was grilled by the CBI in connection with his alleged and possible role in the Karur stampede where 41 people lost their lives. That questioning has ended after 7 hours. We're going to get you inside details of what exactly the grilling was, the line of questioning, what all did CBI ask the superstar actor Vijay, and also source space information about the questioning, including whether there will be further questioning, what was the line of it, and whether this will continue tomorrow as well. All right, Anushka joins me live on the broadcast. She's been tracking this story through the day. Anushka, what is it that your sources are telling you about what was the line of questioning? Was it conclusive? What happens next? Take us through the details that you have.
Well, that's right. We are showing you the visuals from outside the CBI headquarters where actor Vijay has spent almost 6 hours today, 1 hour for lunch and 5 hours of questioning has in fact been going on inside the CBI headquarters, where we have seen that several line of questioning that was in fact taking place regarding what all the movement was when he was in fact inside the, when he was in fact joining the rally that happened in Karur. Now, what we know is that he has went to Taj Mansingh Hotel in all likelihood, and we have, in fact, also seen that this whole questioning in fact went on for almost 5 hours. The party members in this whole investigation have said that.
Come back to you, but I want to first get in Akhil as well, who's in fact following and tailing actor Vijay right there. He is joining us on the broadcast. Go ahead, Akhil.
The CBI headquarters and he has moved towards the hotel. With the journalist Ashwini Akhil for NDTV 24/7.
Okay, I'm going to play that ground report in just a bit, viewers. That is Akhil, who's following actor Vijay, who's just come out of the CBI headquarters after marathon rounds of questioning. Anushka, let me go back to you and ask you the specifics in terms of what was the line of questioning, what did it lead to finally, was it conclusive, what is it that you're picking up from your sources?
Well, that's right. The line of questioning was around the particular fact that did Vijay know or not know that the stampede was in fact happening there? How was his modified vehicle moving through that swell of crowd that had gathered on 27th of September when the rally in fact took place? Also, was it a show of strength that he did not stop the car and he allowed such kind of gathering to happen? So far, what we understand is that the party, the TVK, has in fact shifted this whole responsibility to the state administration, saying and washing off hands, saying that they had in fact given some total of people, a whole number that was in fact expected there. What we know is that the crowd that was in fact swelling there, and the number that the TVK has sent was in fact around 10,000, but 30,000 people turned up there. Also, risk assessment was not properly done at that particular place. The emergency and exit routes were not properly initiated to the people who were gathered there. A lot of people, there was a fan frenzy that was going on, and they were trying to gain attention from Vijay himself, and they were throwing slippers at the campaign vehicle on which he was in fact at, and that led to pushing and pulling, and a lot of people fainted because they were dropping and they were bending to in fact pick up the water bottles that Vijay was in fact throwing at them. There was a lot of panic that could have been seen there. Vijay has in fact also in the round of questioning said that he saw the kind of chaos that happened, and that is why he left the venue, so that no further tragedy can take place. That is what he has in fact admitted in the round of questioning that was taking place inside the CBI headquarters. It lasted for 5 hours, 5 hours of questioning and 1 hour of the break time that was given to him. After that, we saw him leaving this place. There was a lot of fans who had gathered here outside the CBI headquarters in Delhi as well, which we have been...
Anushka, I'm going to ask you details of some of these elements that you are telling us in terms of whether it was conclusive or not, whom did he actually pin the blame on. But I want to rope in Akhil as well, who's in the car tailing actor Vijay. Go ahead, Akhil.
Well, that's right, Gauri. If you see right now, we are following the cavalcade of Tamil superstar Vijay right now. We are following his cavalcade. What we have seen that at around 8 a.m. this early very morning, Tamil superstar basically took a flight to the national capital, because earlier on 6th of Jan, what we have seen that the CBI, the Central Investigative Agency, has sent him a summon to appear before the CBI. And after that, what we have seen that this morning at around 8 a.m. he took a flight and he arrived in the national capital at around 10:30 a.m. And then he arrived at the CBI headquarters at around 11:30 a.m. And since then, what we have been seeing that for more than 6 hours, he was inside the very CBI premises, and for more than 5 hours, the questioning has been going on. Because if you take out the 1 hour lunch break time, it was more than 5 hours during the questioning, which basically took place with the CBI senior officials regarding his involvement, his role. Because if you see, in this very unfortunate tragedy, what we have seen that 41 lives have been lost, and at that point in time there was clearly what we have been saying, that there was a mismanagement on the part of the TVK organizers, basically who organized that rally over there. So right now, if you see, the CBI has been questioning some of the second liner leadership of the TVK regarding their involvement, their planning and mismanagement on their part. Because if you see, since beginning, what we have been seeing that the TVK leadership has been claiming that this was a conspiracy. So right now, the major task, the big task ahead of the Central Investigative Agency is that whether this was a conspiracy or whether it was an accident. So on those two lines, CBI is basically trying to distinguish that whether it was a mere conspiracy or whether it was an accident. So right now, so far what we have seen that 9 persons have been questioned with regard to their involvement, their individual involvement. And after the top brass, the second round of leadership, which was questioned by the CBI, today the TVK chief, the supremo of the TVK, was called in over here for more than 6 hours. He was inside the very premises of CBI, where the questioning went on for a very long time, and regarding his involvement and his alleged role, basically, because at that point in time when that unfortunate tragedy took place, he basically continued to speak. His speech was going on. So these questions were the part of the interrogation.
All right, Ki Jamal and Anushka, my colleagues who've been tracking this story from the word go. Thanks much, both of you, for giving us all those details on that big story that we continue to track for you. Viewers, on that note, we're slipping into a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Stay with us.
Every winter, the World Economic Forum at Davos becomes the world's thinking room, where power, policy and purpose converge, where the future is examined and reimagined. In January 2026, NDTV will be at the heart of this conversation. NDTV Ignite at Davos, this January on the NDTV network. The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live. Unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Center.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
Pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
इनको यहाँ से जाना ही होगा।
जय मां दुर्गा! आज क्यों रोए?
There is no bigger battle in 2026. And nobody has reported Bengal like I have. Buckle up for an unforgettable election thriller. Will the BJP breach Mamta's fortress?
टीएमसी जावे, बीजेपी आसमे।
Can Didi fight off her life's biggest challenge?
BJP double engine সরকার এই লড়াই বাঁচতে হবে।
Battleground Bengal with Manogya Loiwal.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground. Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. They're now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship, the line of control, Shiv Arur, NDTV.
Across the country, he has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else, only on NDTV network.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
Mumbai are bringing our first India tour in your city. Rag with Shankar Ehsan Loy and Siddharth Mahadevan and Shivam Mahadevan. 5 times melody, 5 times masti with NDTV Good Times. Go grab your tickets on Live Your City by Fever.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause. I reflect. I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
A very special moment for us as we announce NDTV Master Stroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the Masterstroke Art Awards, an odyssey of creative brilliance where the masterpiece meets its ultimate recognition.
NDTV bringing this subject forward would have a great integrity of putting it forward where people could understand the importance of art.
This award that is being started, I'm sure is going to be amazing.
Art for India and for Indians is an expression of our Atmanirbharta.
It's actually quite a formidable jury, so I think we'll reveal a lot more as we go along.
This is an amazing platform, I think, today what you're doing.
Honoring the masters who define our creative landscape. Coming soon on the NDTV network. Every winter, the World Economic Forum at Davos becomes the world's thinking room, where power, policy and purpose converge, where the future is examined and reimagined. In January 2026.
Breaking news coming in on Nationwide at 6. Troubles mount for Yash's movie Toxic. The latest update coming in is that the Karnataka Women's Panel has now stepped in and has written to the censor board. This comes after complaints coming in of excessive violence against the movie, and the panel has now written to the censor board saying examine these complaints and take appropriate action. The complaint against Toxic is over obscene scenes in the movie, and Toxic is now in trouble over explicit scenes that have come out in the trailer. And there is a very large section of people who feel that anything that's extremely obscene, very violent, has a much larger social impact on people. All right, on that note, we're slipping into a very short break. Up ahead, we get you all the details of the Golden Globe, including the India connection. Stay with us.
The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindoor.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
Pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, No fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
इनको यहाँ से जाना ही होगा।
जय मां दुर्गा!
There is no bigger battle in 2026. And nobody has reported Bengal like I have. Buckle up for an unforgettable election thriller. Will the BJP breach Mamta's fortress?
TMC जावे, BJP आसपे।
Can Didi fight off her life's biggest challenge?
BJP double engine সরকার এই লড়াই বাঁচতে হবে।
Battleground Bengal with Manogya Loiwal.
"21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground." Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling. They're now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship, the line of control, Shiv Arun, NDTV. Across the country.
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else, only on NDTV network.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
I don't sugarcoat.
The Golden Globe Awards are back, officially flagging off the award season and setting the tone for the long road to the Oscars.
Good evening and welcome to the 83rd Golden Globes.
As one of the first major indicators in the awards calendar, the Globes often offer an early glimpse into potential Oscar frontrunners. And this year, a long-awaited moment took center stage. Timothée Chalamet has won his first ever Golden Globe for Marty Supreme after 4 previous nominations. The 30-year-old actor received a standing ovation from fellow nominees Leonardo DiCaprio and George Clooney, firmly strengthening his Oscar prospects.
I'd be thanking Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. All right, you're laughing, so I got away with that. Thank you, Kevin. I would have been stunned, but I've been very grateful. My dad instilled in me a spirit of gratitude growing up. Always be grateful for what you have. It's allowed me to leave this ceremony in the past empty-handed, my head held high, grateful just to be here. But I'd be lying if I didn't say those moments didn't make this moment that much sweeter.
On the film front, one battle after another emerged as the biggest winner of the night. The film took home 4 awards, including Best Comedy Film, Best Director, Best Screenplay, and Best Supporting Actress for Tiana Taylor.
watching, y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me right now. Oh my God. First, Father God, in the name of Jesus, I thank you and I praise you for every part of this faith walk. Every lesson, every test, and every blessing. Thank you to the Golden Globe voters for seeing me and reminding me that purpose always finds this moment.
Director Paul Thomas Anderson made history, becoming only the second filmmaker after Oliver Stone to sweep film, director and screenplay at the Golden Globes. Television saw its breakout winner in Adolescence. The Netflix limited series won 4 awards, including Best Limited Series, with acting honours for Erin Doherty, Stephen Graham and 16-year-old Owen Cooper, now the youngest supporting actor winner in Golden Globes history.
We are forever grateful for what these people have done for me and my family, but you know what started off as what I thought, you know, I might be okay at, I might be awful at it, I never know, so I took a risk and I went to drama classes. I was the only boy there. It was embarrassing, but you know, I got through it.
Another historic moment followed as Wagner Moura became the first Brazilian actor to win Best Male Actor in a Motion Picture Drama for The Secret Agent. In his speech, he reflected on taking risks and discovering his path through acting. India made a stylish mark at the Golden Globes with Priyanka Chopra Jonas commanding attention both on and off the red carpet. The actor dazzled in a custom Dior haute couture gown paired with Bulgari jewels alongside Nick Jonas before later taking the stage with Blackpink's Lisa to present the Best Male Actor in Television won by Noah Weil for The Pit. The night also delivered a major pop culture milestone. K-pop Demon Hunter star EJ made Golden Globe history as the first Korean-American artist to win Best Original Song, underscoring the growing global influence of K-pop at the awards season's biggest stage.
When I was a little girl, I worked tirelessly for 10 years to fulfill one dream, to become a K-pop idol. And I was rejected and disappointed that my voice wasn't good enough. And so I leaned on songs and music to get through it.
At the awards season's biggest stages, from early Oscar frontrunners and historic wins to powerful political statements and global representation, the Golden Globes have finally set the stage for awards season, with all eyes now on the Oscars.
Mumbai are bringing our first India tour in your city. Rag on with Shankar Ehsan Loy and Siddharth Mahadevan and Shivam Mahadevan. 5 times melody, 5 times masti with NDTV Good Times. Go grab your tickets on Live Your City by Fever.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause, I reflect, I dig, until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
A very special moment for us as we announce NDTV Master Stroke, the NDTV Art Awards.
NDTV presents the Master Stroke Art Awards. An odyssey of creative brilliance, where the masterpiece meets its ultimate recognition.
NDTV bringing this subject forward would have a great integrity of putting it forward where people could understand the importance of art.
This award that is being started, I'm sure is going to be amazing.
Art for India and for Indians is an expression of our Atmanirbharta.
It's actually quite a formidable jury, so I think we'll reveal a lot more as we go along.
This is an amazing platform, I think, today what you're doing.
Honoring the masters who define our creative landscape. Coming soon on the NDTV network. Every winter, the World Economic Forum at Davos becomes the world's thinking room, where power, policy and purpose converge, where the future is examined and reimagined. In January 2026, NDTV will be at the heart of this conversation. NDTV Ignite at Davos, this January on the NDTV network. The front lines of Kargil. The fury of Operation Sindhu.
So many attacks.
The chaos and cries of disaster zones. To fighter jet cockpits. And the world's most defining interviews.
It's incredible.
He has seen history break. Live, unfiltered. 20,000 hours of live broadcasting.
Welcome to Left, Right and Centre.
Hard facts.
War-struck country.
Hard questions.
In the Ukraine.
30 years of trust.
In the Kargil area. North Ukraine. In France. In Italy. At Srinagar. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.
Vishnu Shom. Only on NDTV.
Pulling us
Other opposition parties. They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
इनको यहाँ से जाना ही होगा।
जय मां दुर्गा!
There is no bigger battle in 2026.
Hello and welcome to the Southern View. Lots lined up over the next 60 minutes on this show with Vasudha and me. Namaskaram, Namaskara, Baunara, Nallarkingla Vasudha.
They've been questioned by the CBI and also the insider-outsider face-off for the BMC polls in Mumbai. But first, the headlines this hour.
Jananayagan Maker moves Supreme Court over movie censorship amid Vijay's CBI grilling in Delhi. Maker seeks early release, but the CBFC also files a caveat before the court not to issue an order without hearing the matter from its side.
There's a big Modi German Chancellor meeting in Ahmedabad. India, Germany, Pacts and leaders attend International Kite Festival. They also pay tributes to Bapu at Sabarmati Ashram.
Sergio Gore is the new US envoy to India, says Trump-Modi friendship is real and that India is quote-unquote an essential partner.
Award season officially kicks off with the Golden Globe Awards. Owen Cooper becomes the youngest supporting actor to win in TV category. Priyanka Chopra shines as one of the presenters.
Well, first up to news that's breaking here this evening. Actor-politician Vijay's tryst with the CBI, call it that if you want, Vasudha. For nearly 6 hours today, the star from Tamil Nadu, who's threatening to disrupt Dravidian politics, was questioned by the CBI in New Delhi over the Stampede case. And according to sources, he may be summoned again as well. This isn't over, Vasudha. He has told the CBI that responsibility for the Stampede was with the district administration, according to our sources, Vasudha.
That's right, Veera. This is pretty much in sync with the stand his party has taken so far. Sources tell NDTV Vijay maintained that he or his party were not responsible for the tragedy and that he had exited the venue only to avoid any escalation, and he wanted his fans to disperse quickly. Remember, the DMK blaming his party organisation for the stampede and the TVK accusing it was a conspiracy has been a fierce political exchange in Tamil Nadu as well.
That's right, Vasudha. Multiple political overtones to Vijay being summoned by the CBI as a witness to that tragic Karur stampede which left 41 of his fans and followers dead at the party rally in September 2025. All this, remember, Vasudha, at a time when you and I have been tracking Jananayagan, which is expected to set the tone for his election campaign, being stuck with the CBFC. In fact, the CBFC has filed a caveat before the apex court asking it not to decide on a petition by the producers without hearing its side.
That's right, Veera. The producers of Jananayagan today moved the apex court, the Supreme Court, appealing against the stay order granted by the Chief Justice of the Madras High Court. The Madras High Court Chief Justice had stayed till the 21st of January a single judge's verdict ordering the CBFC to grant certification for the politically charged film, Vijay's blockbuster, also his last film before he plunges into politics full-time. The film's release issue is also being seen from a political prism, as is the CBI's questioning of Vijay. Let's not forget that the stampede and the loss of 41 lives led to a fierce political face-off in Tamil Nadu, with the DMK accusing the TVK of mismanaging the organization of the event and also holding it responsible for the tragedy. In fact, the CBI stepped in after the TVK moved the Supreme Court seeking an independent probe, as it feared that police in DMK ruled Tamil Nadu could target the party.
That's right, Vasudha. Is he being targeted by the BJP now? What does all this mean to the TVK and to Vijay and to the political alignment in Tamil Nadu ahead of Pongal? That's our top focus this evening. But Vasudha, the story around Vijay is always about his fans, and there were many of them in Delhi who even took a day's leave citing want to see Vijay as the reason.
Well, Veera, the fan power, the sentiment on display outside the CBI headquarters, as reported by Anushka and Tejshri, our colleagues, a new thing for Delhi, but it would have been a massive crowd if it was in Tamil Nadu. Veera, one advantage of being a journalist is that we don't have to take off or leaves to wait to meet the superstar.
But all we want to do is to meet him and try an interview, Vasudha. I wish we get that this election season. But let's listen in to the fans from outside the CBI headquarters and the political reactions before we head to our first panel this evening.
What do you have to say? छुट्टी लेकर आए हैं आप पहले से?
मैम छुट्टी मैं आपको बता अनप्लान्ड छुट्टी नहीं है. I called my manager, okay, and said to them today I'm going to meet Mr. Vijay.
You told him the reason that you have to come here.
The reason meet Vijay. What he said, yes, I have a leaves in my account. Okay, leave has been granted by manager. That is the reason I came. Okay,
if so that is the reason that you have mentioned in your leave that you have to meet actor Vijay.
Yes, except not actor Vijay. Talabadi TVK head.
Vijay wanted CBI. Yes. Because he thought that the CBI can be used against DMK. But factually, Vijay is the reason for the death. And everybody knows that when a person says that he will address a gathering at 12 o'clock, and people started gathering from 8 o'clock until 7:30 in the evening till when Vijay came, they were waiting in the scorching sun without water and food and fainted. So the reason is Vijay's delay. But they want to push the blame on DMK, where DMK has no role at all to play. Why Vijay came at 7:30, he is not replying. And he wants the case to be put to be the CBI. Now he is caught in the CBI. If the state police had inquired, he need not have to go to Delhi.
All are same in front of the law. So let them follow the due diligence of the law. And we hope that the truth emerges once the complete inquiry has been done. Everyone are awaiting for the same. Let the truth emerge, whether it is a planned conspiracy or it is an accident which has costed 41 precious life. Let the truth emerge.
Well, so what's the latest and what's next as we head into TN 2026? Anushka Garg joins us from outside the CBI headquarters. Sam Daniel from Chennai, former director of CBI, AP Singh, Sumant Raman, seasoned political analyst, and also Ramaswamy Meyyappan, Vijay Dharani of the BJP, and Harish Mohammad Ibrahim, who supports the DMK, who will join us in a bit. All of them with us this evening. But first, let me come across to you, Anushka Garg. What's next from the CBI? It's clear that he may be called again for another round of questioning. What are you hearing from the CBI as far as what they've gathered so far from Vijay?
Well, that's right. Vijay has been summoned once again by the CBI. The dates are right now not revealed, but what the statistics and what the CBI sources have said is that he will most likely be summoned after Pongal. Now, in this whole case, during today's questioning, he was asked about several questions as to why the delay happened and what all was his day, what his day plan looked like the day when the stampede happened. To which the Vijay has in fact also said that the responsibility lies with the state administration, and that this had happened because there was a lack of cooperation, lack of coordination between the state administration, and that is why this whole incident took place. Now, earlier when the TVK second line leaders were questioned, they had also echoed the same answers that Vijay has given today. Also, we have seen in this case that the police had earlier claimed that this whole stampede happened because Vijay was late for the rally, and that is why this whole crowd ensued. The panicking situation that happened while the whole rally was in fact going on, the 7-hour delay that caused the ruckus and panic amongst the whole fan followers that were gathered there to have a glimpse of Vijay. But after that, he was late, and that is why the crowd swelled. But what TVK and its functionary have said is that the whole responsibility lies with the state administration, and that they should have thought about it, because it is a well-known fact that Vijay is a well-known actor and politician in Tamil Nadu, and police should have in fact thought about it earlier. There are 500 police personnel deployed on ground during the whole rally that had in fact happened. Why was the emergency and exit plans not earlier straightened out between the TVK functionaries and also the police authorities?
Right, Anushka, that's very important. What we understand from sources is that Vijay sought adjournment, and this questioning is not over. He's going to be summoned again after Pongal is what we understand. Mr. Singh, who's a former director of CBI, joins us. Mr. Singh, Okay, before that, Sam Daniel is here with us. Sam Daniel joins us from Chennai. Sam, help us understand what is the political fallout of this. Is Vijay going to stay back in Delhi tonight? What are you hearing from TVK sources?
I spoke to at least 4 TVK sources. They say mixed responses. One section says nothing to worry. This gives more opportunity for Vijay to present facts, evidences and details, as his party claims it's a conspiracy by the ruling DMK, and tomorrow or whenever he's summoned again, it could be yet another opportunity to make their case stronger, Vasudha. But another section feels worried. They say it's not a good sign, particularly in the larger context of Jananayagan also, his farewell film, facing the heat from the Central Board of Film Certification, filing a caveat now in the Supreme Court. They say it could be indication of a larger political message that the actor is being now pressured by the centre or the BJP, as they allege, to perhaps